Hello everyone. Today we are working in Practice in Music Theory Book A, and we're going to go from page 38, and we're talking about time signatures, bar lines and double bar lines. So first of all, up here we have a little key of what we need. Over here is the treble clef, as you know. These 5 lines are called the stave, and here we have our time signature, which I'm sure you would be familiar with having played an instrument for a while. This time signature is 2/4. There's no line in between. It's not a fraction like in maths. It's just 2/4. The top number tells you how many beats, and the bottom number tells you what type of beat. So we'll talk a little bit more about that in a moment. Then we have a bar line, these straight lines here. When you come to the end of a piece or a section, they'll put a double bar line. And in the space between the bar lines, these are the bars. So this would be bar 1 and bar 2, bar 3 and bar 4. And you can see that in each bar we have a note or a number of notes that add up to 2 crotchet beats, 2 crotchet counts. This is a minim, that's 2 counts. A crotchet is 1 count and a crotchet is 1 count, so that adds up to 2. Crotchet over here and a crotchet rest, each 1 count, which makes 2, and another minim. So the top number tells us that there are 2 beats in every bar, and the bottom number tells us that they are crotchet beats, so we're counting in crotchets. A minim is the same as 2 crotchets. You might have come across other time signatures, for example 6/8, where the bottom number is different, but at the moment all of the 3 time signatures we're going to look at have got a 4 at the bottom, which tells us that we're counting in crotchet beats. So 2/4 means 2 crotchet beats in a bar. So if you look here, we've got 1 and another 1, which is 2. So I'll be writing the beats 1, 2 underneath, 1, 2, bar line, 1, 2, double bar line. 3/4 means 3 crotchet beats in a bar. So now we're going to have 3, either 3 crotchets, or we might have a minim, which is 2 counts, and a crotchet, which is 1, so it adds up to 3. Or we might have a dotted minim, which is 3 counts on its own. And then 4/4 means 4 crotchet beats in a bar. So we can have anything that adds up to 4 crotchets. 2 crotchets and a crotchet rest and another crotchet. Minim is 2 counts, another minim 2 counts, adding up to 4, or 1 semi-brief, which is 4 counts on its own. 4/4 time is used so much that sometimes instead of 4/4, people might write a C. And that stands for 4/4. The C is short for common time because it's used so much. So on the following pages, we're going to be filling in different things, and over here we're going to fill in the time signature. So we have to figure out if there are 2 crotchet beats in a bar, or 3 crotchet beats in a bar, or 4 crotchet beats in a bar. So let's have a look at number 1 here. Over here, this is nice and easy. There's a crotchet, there's another crotchet. So this would be my first beat, that would be my second beat. Then there's a bar line. The minim would be 2 beats on its own. Okay, so remember underneath the notes I'm writing the beats. So therefore in the block we're going to write 2, 4. Have a look at this next one over here. There's a clue with a dotted minim. We know how many counts that is, don't we? Okay, so this one would be 1, 2, 3. And just to do the first bar as well, 1, 2, 3. So if the note is 1 count, it gets its own beat. Okay, so this one would be 3, 4. And remember, there's no line between them. Have a look at this one. A minim, 1, 2, and another minim, 3, 4. And then a semi-brief, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one would be 4, 4. Or you might find that some people would write a C. Let's look at this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can see in one bar there are 4 counts, 4 at the top and a 4 at the bottom. Minim, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Always remember to include the rests. It's a common mistake to leave it out. 1, it's 1 beat, crotchet rest. 2, 1, 2. So that is 2, 4. Over here, remember the rest that sits on the line, the mounted minim rest. So it will be the same as a minim note, which is 2 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Minim note, 1, 2, minim rest, 3, 4. So that would be 4, 4. So now we're going to have some fun clapping these rhythms. And as you know, when we see a crotchet, we're going to say ta. Maybe I'll just write our little key on the side here. When we see a crotchet, we say ta. When we see a minim, we say ta-ah to demonstrate the 2 beats. When we see a dotted minim, we say ta-ah-ah. And a semi-breve, ta-ah-ah-ah. And then, of course, the rest. For the crotchet rest, we will say sa. And for our minim rest, we will say sa, ah. Okay, ready to give it a try. I'll do each line twice. So if you're unsure, you can listen to me clap it and then join one the second time, or you can simply join me clapping each one twice. And of course, remember, if I'm doing something twice, there would usually be a little repeat sign there. Okay, 1, 2. Ta, 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 ah. Ta, 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 ah. Number 2, it's in 3/4, so I'm going to count us into 3. 1, 2, 3. Ta, sa, ta, ta, ah, ah. Ta, sa, ta, ta, ah, ah. 4/4 time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ta, ah, ta, ah, ta, ah, ah, ah. Ta, ah, ta, ah, ta, ah, ah, ah. Another 4/4 time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ta, sa, ta, ah, ta, ah, ta, ah. Ta, sa, ta, ah, ta, ah, ta, ah. 3/4 time. 1, 2, 3. Ta, ah, ta, 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 sa. Ta, ah, ta, 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 sa. 1, 2. Sa, ta, ta, sa. Sa, ta, ta, sa. Oh, it's tempting to clap on that rest. Let's try that one again. Sa, ta, ta, sa. Sa, ta, ta, sa. Well done. Over here, remember this is 2 counts. So sa, ah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sa, ah, ta, 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 sa, ah. Sa, ah, ta, 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 sa, ah. Fantastic. Well done, everyone.